Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. And in this update, we are going to check out XLM's price chart, and every single thing in here is going according to the bullish track. So I'm really happy. Now, if you remember the last time that we talked about XLM, we were right around, I think, these areas, and the idea was that having a move down from the current point, like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is really not going to be a good sign. And we said we are probably not going to get this thing. Instead, we can have like yet another move on the upside and then a move down, because at that point we're going to be able to argue, you know what, on a higher degree we have completed the subwaves for a beautiful 5-wave impulsive structure up, starting from the lowest low down here, which means what, maybe in XLM we have hit our final low right in here, about, let's say, 34.5 cents. And I think now, based on what we are having, we are definitely able to argue that, you know what, maybe the final low is already in. And I think we also said that by the first target in this whole phase on the upside, we are allowed to reach to about the lower band of this region, about 41.5 cents, and then we can get a move down. So, you know, I would say the job is definitely done. Now, however, I don't really think that we should be right now saying that we are completely out of the woods and we are looking extremely bullish. Like, do not get me wrong. Like I said at the beginning of the video, we are going according to the bullish track. But again, it's very important to understand that we are not out of the woods yet. Why? Okay, you see, after completing a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up, we are going to have a move on the downside, but this move should be quite a slow and choppy one in order for us to be able to say, you know what, maybe this is a correction structure, and then we are headed higher big time. And what we are seeing in XLM right now is, I would say, a rather strong move on the downside. Why? Okay, simple reason. Let's just have a quick comparison timing wise. There we go. This move down is taking us about 200 candlesticks on 15-minute time frame. On the other hand, also in about, let's say, 200 candles, we managed to have this move on the upside. So I'm gonna say, seems like in this current phase down, bears are actually quite powerful. Now, here's the situation. This doesn't really mean that in XLM we are not bullish. No, I think this means we are probably having the beginning of a new move down, and it can be, I'm really hoping that it's actually going to be in form of an ABC zigzag, which subwaves for us are going to be like this: 5 down into a correction for wave B, maybe ABC, maybe WXY, maybe even a triangle, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave on the downside into our C leg. Now let's go on the live chart and count some waves. So here's the deal. I think we are probably having from this high a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down to around, let's say, this point, correction for wave 2, another move down into wave 3, correction for 4, and right now we are having another move on the downside into wave 5, meaning this phase probably, I'm gonna say, in the next 2-3 days is going to possibly come to an end. However, here's a very important point. Sure, this phase is going to come to an end. We are going to have after it a move on the upside, but I do have sort of kind of a hard time believing that in this phase we are going to take the highest side and go like much higher. No, odds are this is going to be a temporary move up, probably a correction structure, and then we are going to have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe even in order to reach about the lower band of this region around the 35 cents area, in order to at that point complete the subwaves for, you know what, an A, B, C zigzag. And then right around here I'm going to start looking for some beautiful signs suggesting the bottom is in. But for now it's a little bit too soon, and I think we should now take every single thing step by step and see what is going to happen next. And based on that, let's count on a relatively decent bounce back in the short term after having maybe another continuation of the move down, and then we are going to make new updates and see what's the shape of this thing looking like. And I don't know, can we even argue that maybe we have hit our final low? And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in XLM's chart. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.